Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Tea with Miss B. I'm Miss B, and today I'm going to give you 5 tips for new teachers. As I am reaching in my 7th year of teaching, I've really taken some time to think about what would be things that would really help me. And so I thought of 5. The first tip that I would give to new teachers, or if I would give to my former new teacher self, would have to be remember your why. There is a reason why every teacher got into the field of education. That why is what will help you get through each day. Your why will ground you. Your why will center you. When you're having a rough day, you just need to take some time and remember why you did it. Why are you an educator? Why do you want to be in front of students every single day? What drove you to get into this profession? What drove you to be in the field of education? If you can remember your why, you can get through anything. Number 2, set realistic goals. As a new teacher, it is very, very hard to not fall into the trap of big goals, big ideas, big things. Every time you turn around, you want to do something bigger and better. You want to do all of the things. And then what happens is you don't reach that goal and you get defeated. You don't reach that goal and you feel burnt out. You feel exhausted. One tip that I want to give when setting realistic goals is make sure that you set SMART goals. That means make sure that your goals are specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time specific. If you set SMART goals, you can set mini goals that can lead up into a much bigger goal. By setting SMART time specific goals, you can slowly reach to the place where you want to go without exhausting yourself or burning out. Tip number 3, ask for help. It is very, very important that we reach out to our community. Teaching is not a profession that you should feel alone in. It is not a profession where you should feel that you're by yourself. It is so important to ask for help. And the help can be from a mentor teacher, a co-teacher, a friend. I've even at times asked my parents to help me. Just ask for help, because if you cannot ask for help and you put all that weight on yourself, you will burn yourself out. You will exhaust yourself. You will start slipping on things that you don't need to slip on. And if you're not your best self, you're not going to give your students your best. And that's what we're here for, to give them our best. We need to show up for our students, but we can't show up for them if we're not showing up for ourselves. So it is so important that you ask for help. Tip number 4, give yourself grace. Not every day is going to be perfect. Probably not any day is going to be perfect, and that's okay. That's teaching. That's education. You don't want to go into each day thinking that you're going to do everything correctly, because as soon as something slips, you're going to feel defeated. You're not going to want to continue. And I just am here to encourage you to give yourself the grace. There have been many times in my teaching career where everything's gone wrong. There's been a day when I got so frustrated, I picked up a box of markers and just threw them. There's been a day where a child flipped tables over. We had to leave the classroom. But that's life. That's teaching. You can't go in thinking that it's going to be this perfectly. You might have planned for something. You might have created a beautiful lesson, and then someone got sick. It happens. It's all a part of the teaching experience. But it is so important that you give yourself grace so that you can teach another day. And my final tip number 5, do your best. Your biggest competition should be yourself. I'm not saying that you should beat yourself up, because that doesn't help anyone. But if you're going to compete with anyone, compete with yourself. Compete so that you can become a better you for your students. Compete so that you can become a better you for yourself. Comparison is the thief of joy. I have learned in teaching that it is really hard to escape or to move away from the comparison trap. Especially as a new teacher, you walk in and you see these lavish bulletin boards, these organized classrooms, this amazing classroom management, and you just automatically expect that that's what's expected of you. It isn't, because that's really hard to attain. Most of the teachers that you find yourself comparing yourself to have been in this field for years. So it is so important that you realize that and that you only compete with yourself. How can you make yourself better? Don't see these other teachers as your competition or as your comparison. See them as resources and sources to help you be your best teacher self. Use them to help you build up your organization, to build up your classroom management. But understand, their journey is theirs and your journey is yours. You don't need to be a teacher just like them, because that's how they teach. How do you teach? What do you bring to your classroom? Use that to help mold yourself to do your best, to help mold your teacher personality. It is so hard to try and pretend to be somebody else. So why do it? Take the time to do your... I hope that these 5 tips help you in this upcoming school year. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, please hit the like button and press subscribe. Until next time, bye.